What's up, YouTube? What's up, everybody? And welcome back to On the Warpath. It's your boy Sanchez 405. And if you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you're on Twitter, make sure you click the follow, retweet, like it, whatever you want to do. Uh, because you know what we do here, fam. I kind of cut that up a little bit. You know what we do here. We talk about the Washington Commanders all the time. And I'm just going to tell y'all this right now. If you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Because our boy, Adam Peters, the general manager, he's cooking. He's cooking, man. He's catering. He is the event planner. The brother is cooking in this free agency period. And he kind of took one of my ideas too. What did I tell y'all? We'll dive right into it. As we got a lot to dive into here. And what's up, Frost 40 Below? What's up, JQ? A lot of moves. Armand, what's up? How you doing it? Yeah, Courtney. Yeah. Great. Hey, you know how we do. But let's dive into this. So come on in the room with me. Come on in the room for all Sam Howell lovers. I told y'all this. To begin with. Sam Howell traded the Seattle Seahawks. Washington gets a third round selection, pick 78. They get a fifth round selection, 152, and then they trade 102. That's a fourth round pick, and the sixth round selection at 179 to the Seattle Seahawks. They get Sam Howell. I told y'all this was going to happen. If we want a quarterback and you want the capital, you got to get rid of him. And you're not going to bring in Drake May. This is a job. You're not going to bring his best buddy up in here and make them compete. That's not going to happen. Even if they do draft Drake May. If they draft Jaden Daniels, that's something else I got to address too. I don't know. I don't know what's up with our fan base. And when you critically analyze a quarterback that they like and you bring out their flaws, but you also highlight what they do well, people get upset about it. I don't know what it is. They haven't won anything. What do we keep on holding on to? It's like Kirk Cousins fleecing people. It's like Taylor Heineke. The Heineke Hopers were out here as well. I like the trade. I thought it made sense. You know what I also appreciate? They didn't dangle Sam Howell along. They let him go. They got some value for him. That's what competent organizations do. They have a pick of value. And why would you want to stunt that young, as a professional, why would you want to stunt that young man's growth and development? Send him somewhere. Well, he'll have an opportunity to actually compete. He'll compete with Geno Smith, right? They got rid of Drew Lock. Sam Howell's gonna be all right. I'm rooting for the brother. I think it was a good move for both parties. So if y'all sad sex, go get your number 14 jersey. Well, he won't be wearing 14. He might be wearing 7. Well, he might not be wearing 7 out there either. What's going to be Sam Howell's new number out there in Pacific Northwest? Because DK Metcalf is 14 and Geno Smith is 7. So only time will tell. Shout out to all the people, 73 folks in the building. Make sure you like this up. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to be taking your questions as well. And hopefully we'll have Paulie on here in a little bit. I did tell him keep to the 6 o'clock time. We need corners there. Yeah. And that's what we're going to dive into here in the free agency pool. Talk about some of the guys that we lost. And what do y'all think? That's my first question too. What's up, Cherish? Did Kenny Pickett got traded to Philadelphia? Yes, he did. Excellent move. There you go. Armand right there. Excellent moves. Yes, sir. That's crazy. Offense is holding on to that's right. We love trash. We like Fred Sanford. We are exactly like Fred Sanford. We like to hold on to. I'm not calling these guys trash because like they do stuff that none that you or I can't do. So I ain't gonna call them trash, but misfit toys, right? Like it's time we grown out of it. Move on. The baseline has changed. The baseline was here. Adam Peters is bringing it up here. Yep, 3 round picks. What is that? That is 6 picks in the top 100. So we got pick 2, 36, 40, 67, 78, and 100. And I want to see what he's going to do with this too. What is Adam Peters going to do? Is this, you don't think he's going to stay pat, right? Either They're going to draft a quarterback at 2, maybe trade back into the first round. You have the ammo to do that. What are you going to do? Get your left tackle, get your tight end. Depending on where, what they like about Brock Bowers, right? Coming out of Georgia, you need a tight end. You did sign Zach Ertz in free agency. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. But there's a lot of questions, a lot of creativities. And like I said, the man is cooking. We've all said that. Y'all see the thumbnail? Chef Boy RP right there. The man is out here cooking, and you will get burnt in the kitchen. If you cook so long, you're going to get burnt. So I'm not saying all these moves are great, but it's a different air. It feels smarter. It looks smarter. It even tastes smarter. And you got to appreciate that. If anything, like I know that people are like, we hold on to hope. We keep on holding on. We keep on holding on. But I told y'all this before. If you want to change, you're going to have to hold on, and there's going to be some bandages ripped off. Just like today. Cam Curl signed a 2-year deal with the Rams, and he wasn't getting that big number that Greg Curl thought he was going to get, or that people were pushing here. Was it 6 million, 13 and a half, so getting like 6 something, and out in LA, that'll evaporate pretty much. So he really got a 2-year deal where he can prove it to see if he's worth that cap. Now, he did great things. I hope nothing but good things for Cam Curl. The dude was a soldier. He went out there and played. And I think he was a victim of circumstances. So good luck to him in 20. What in the world? Oh, well, somebody trying to sneak up in here. But good luck to him out there in LA. No, don't do. I'm not right now. Not right now. Don't do that. Don't do that while I'm in here. Go. No, not at all. Don't do that. Seriously. Bye. Anyway, Kendall Fuller. Yeah. Nope. If he had something else on, you good. No. Do not do that. No, don't do that. Go. This is unprofessional. Stop. Kendall Fuller is with it. We trying to do something here, and people and the missus is trying to break in. What's up, man? What's up? Drew Lock to the Giants. Sweet James Jones says, I want to see Gibby get real coaching. Oh, well. What's up, Marcus? Ghost Rider says, I hope they don't trade up to that 1 pick and grab Caleb. I think they may do that. That's possible. Shout out to all y'all up in the building. Make sure y'all hit up that subscribe, the likes and subscribe button. Let's see here. I hope they stay at the 2 pick. You never know. They might trade back. They could trade back out of that. I doubt they'll do that, but they could. Alex says, we traded away Sam Howell. So finally, Corey's dreams of drafting a left tackle at 2 fade away. And not really a dream. I like to think differently. I like to think differently. I like to think outside of the box. That was my thinking outside the box. That's an option I presented to you. I got to be like Kevin Sheehan does with Sabah and them with Alex, because he takes their words and twists it. It's the same like thing with Matt Stafford, right? He didn't win that Super Bowl. They won that Super Bowl for him, right? Let's see here. Armand says, great point. I don't know, but Chicago may keep Fields and draft Harrison Jr. Adam Peters is the guy. Hope the Bears take Caleb. Washington finally got adults running the room. Yeah. I'm fine with Drake May or Jaden Daniels getting picked at 2. I'm still iffy about it. I'm still iffy about both of these guys, about Drake May and Jaden Daniels. I get it. And we had some people that the comments, I'll bring up the comment that I had. I wanted to kind of address something here with that. So, comment. Let's see here. So this was from Sean DC81. He said the thing when it comes to a lot of these commanders, local content creators, I don't know if a lot of these individuals actually watch or pay attention to college football. And this is my reason for saying true football pros and college. There you go. There you go. When somebody disagree with you, you say true college pros, right? Let's say here we go. Or college level can easily tell Jaden Daniels is by far the better quarterback than Drake May. This is no knock on May, but even in the ACC, which is considered, unfortunately, a weak conference, he didn't wow anybody. But Jaden Daniels, 4 touchdown passes to only 14 interceptions and 1,200 yards rushing in the SEC, which considered to be the toughest conference in college football, but they didn't have anybody in the championship game. But so anyway, my thoughts on that is you could use that argument for Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, right? If the SEC is the big, my point is it doesn't matter as long as you're in the right situation. That don't matter. Good comment, Sean. I appreciate the disagreeing, but that's what I'm talking about. Homeboy, Jaden Daniels, he had a good season. He popped. He cooked. He did good things. He had some, and I'll get Paulie on here too. He's seen a couple of the same things that I've seen as well. It's like he runs, but he misses somebody over the middle of the field. How many times do you see Jaden Daniels hit somebody over the middle of the field? That's what I'm saying. You got to make that the next level. Please share that with me. I want to see that because I want to come on here and say I'm wrong about this guy. It's the same thing with sloppy footwork with Drake May. Come on now. But you got to believe in Frankenberry. Let's see here. Shout out to all y'all in the building. We got bots in the building. 211 people. I appreciate y'all on here. My gosh. So anyway, we look at the other free agents that are gone. Kendall Fuller went to Miami, like I said. Antonio Gibson, Jacoby Brissett, they're going to New England. So Brissett is going to go back. Could possibly be the starter there. And Antonio Gibson, which, I felt like there was a lot left on the table for Antonio Gibson because they never really found the right role for him. Like they were trying to make it like his first year and his second year. They were trying to make him the feature back, the number one. He's not that guy. He is what Austin Eckler was a couple years ago. And ironically, we signed Austin Eckler. So we've got older at that position. That was a question mark for me with those guys coming in here. I'll talk about that in a little bit also. Curtis, he's not. His mama put him in some ugly stuff. So I said, no, you got to take that away. Curtis Samuel went to Buffalo. Sadiq Charles in Tennessee, so really 5 guys that were worth a darn got picked up in free agency by other teams. We do re-sign FL Bada, Jeremy Reeves. Love that. Jeremy Reeves coming back, although he got hurt, was out for the season in that week 4 game against the Bears. And then Jamison Crowder coming back because Jamison Crowder, he played pretty well. What's up, Rock Man? How you doing? Big Simple up in the house. So I think it's good. I think this is good move. We haven't seen, if James Smith-Williams come back, Casey Toohill. There's a lot of other dudes that I had the list here of free agents that we had. Let me see here if I can find this history. Let's see if I can find this real quick. Pending free agents. So I mentioned all these guys that already have homes. Tyler Larson hasn't found a home yet. James Smith-Williams, Casey Toohill hasn't. Cornelius Lucas, Abdul Anderson, Cody Barton, Khalil Hudson, David Mayo, Byron Pringle. Maybe Eric Bieniemy can pick him up at UCLA. Wait a minute. Does he have eligibility left? Alex Armour, Terrell Burgess, and then Joey Sly. And then Derek Gore, Jabril Cox, Dejon Harris. They were restricted guys. They were allowed to walk. And then exclusive rights guys are David Bada, Curtis Brooks, and Brandon Dillon. Haven't heard anything on those guys, but I do know that Gore, Cox, and Harris were allowed to walk. Let's see here. Well, let's see. What's up, brother? What's up, film father? I remember we were on Steve and them's podcast the other day. Command this. You're gonna go back and check that. That was fun at the end of the season. So free agents. Let's dive into the free agents here in 15 at 15 past the hour. I hope Khalid Hudson comes back. Want to see what he can do with this staff. Yeah. And that what I loved about this free agency class was that they addressed major deficiencies. Now there's still a lot of things to get ironed out. I think Frost 40 Below said this. We haven't found a corner yet. So that means Emmanuel Forbes and the Canadian wonder Benjamin St. Juste are your top dogs in the house right now. So let's look at this free agency listing. The first one on top was the guy who was signed right before the period started, Zach Ertz, 1 year, $5 million. And we know that this position has been lackluster. So basically you replace Logan Thomas with Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz been to a Pro Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He had a pretty good season back in 21 when they were going to the playoffs. The Cardinals were. He's familiar with Kingsbury's system. It's a plus. 1 year deal. You didn't break the bank. This isn't like it's Dan Snyder 2.0 and you get a guy at the back end of his career and paying him for what he did do when the miles have added up on the tires. Let's see here. Let's read some questions. Let's read some comments here. So there's some good Jadeveon Clowney. I'd rather get him on a 1 year contract. That's fine. That'd be good. I'd take him too. What's up? What's up, Rashid? And he said, glad you are blessing us with the insight and thought-provoking opinions. I appreciate that. Daniel Steve said, would rather have seen Jimmy G at quarterback. Not a huge fan of Marcus Mariota. I'm going to get into that in a minute, Daniel. So stay buckled up to that. It said, we have crazy opportunity to rebuild. Methinks thou shall not by Dr. Desmond Forrest. Oats get over it 2001. Methinks. I hear you. Feels like we are building draft capital for a reason. Peters is methodical. We are going to make the Bears say no. I agree with Doc Walker. I'm intrigued. I like Rodgers too. He was a quarterback in college. You bring over tight end. I thought when Scott Turner had him out there in 2022, he came in some moments. He's got some ability. I'd like to see them give him an opportunity for sure. Let's see here. We spoke with IZM in New Orleans. Yes, that was correct, but I think he's going to the 49ers as I saw last. Let's wait. No, sorry, Jimmy G. Chris says with free agent picks and now our draft picks, I think we're in good spot. Yeah, I think we are. So let's keep on going through here. Austin Eckler, 2 year deal, $11 million, 28 years old. They didn't try to re-sign Antonio Gibson. This is according to John Keim. And Eckler's been productive. You're gonna pair him out there with the couple of Brian Robinson and Chris Rodriguez. So he's gonna come in there and provide be that receiving back. This is something that Cliff Kingsbury, they want this. We've seen some of his I remember somebody on Twitter was sharing his highlights, and they were all before COVID. They were all before. I said, they're like Rivers throwing to Eckler, touchdown. Rivers throwing to Eckler. I'm like, I need to see Justin Herbert throwing to him. I need them in the LA chart, not outside. I need to see them in SoFi Stadium. They did have some highlights towards the end, but I'm like, and you know how I feel about running backs. When you get closer to the age of like 30, it gives me a quote to pause there. Let's see here. Quarterback, corner, left tackle, right tackle, free safety, D, and wide receiver. Go Commanders. What's up, JB? Subscribe on YouTube, and Corey will wear Louisville sweatshirt. No, I wear a Wizard shirt on here. I got one right here beside. I'll wear it if we get that'd be like if we get to 4,000. I wear a Wizard shirt on here. Rather get rid of the fumble machine Gibson. Chris, that I know he fumbles, but he's still dynamic though. Let's see. Ertz, both upgrades. Yeah, I guess so. The one I did love, and I kind of Paulie and I talked about this, and Bobby Wagner, y'all. The dude's 33. I don't think he's had like less than 120 combined tackles in his career. He had a career season last year when he returned to Seattle. Now he's reunited with Dan Quinn and Ken Norton Jr. Oh my gosh, y'all. I know he's 33. I think he's a year older than when we signed London Fletcher back in 2007. Might have been lower. I'm not sure. But I love this move. It's not like the Thomas Davis move where we know he had his ACL tore up 8 times in 9 years when he was in Carolina. Bobby Wagner, dude, he knows his defense. He's aggressive. He can be a coach on the field. This is why it feels different than that Thomas Davis move from a couple years ago. I just think Thomas he couldn't even move. Bobby Wagner still dominant. He had 186 sacks last year. What y'all talking about? It makes it. I mean that is what you need, and you get him at one. You get him at an $8.5 million contract for just 1 year. You're not locking him in for 6-7 years. You're not over. This is another thing. You're not overpaying people to get here. You're not overpaying people. You took them on a 1-year flyer deal. That's awesome. Shout out to y'all up in here. We got 328 people up in there. Y'all make sure y'all like this up and subscribe to the channel. Please try and get to 4,000. So I think if y'all help me out, if you're new to it, we can get there. So I love the Bobby Wagner. Now this is where I kind of like detoured, and I have personal feelings for this. Marcus Mariota, he's going to be the backup quarterback. Technically, I think he's the only quarterback on the roster right now. I think Fromm had a 1-year contract. So Marcus Mariota, which he was number 2 pick overall. And there's a theme here too. Number 2 pick overall behind Jameis Winston in 2015. I don't like it because he quit on his team. I know he's the backup quarterback. I know we don't have to worry, but we do have to worry about it if he's the starter. So what if he does get in his feelings again? And what if he just decides to quit and something happens to the rookie quarterback? What are we going to do? I think he's talented. I think he can run Cliff Kingsbury's system, that air raid offense. He's got the legs for it. He's mobile. I remember they had him in some receiving packages when he was with the Raiders. But I knew once he was signed, Sam Howell was out the door. That's easy. I mean, that was easy. Shout out to everybody on the X, on the like. What's up, Kyle? Liking it. Big Doug. DT, what's up? Brandon. Big Simple liked it. Mike Romero and Ball and Burgundy. Oh, boys, y'all make sure you check out all those guys on the X. Dante Fowler Jr., he was former Dallas Cowboy and one of 3. Gosh, did Jacksonville draft him? I think Jacksonville drafted him. No, let's see. I forget. I know he either went from, it was either Jacksonville to the Rams or vice versa. Yes, Jacksonville drafted him. He was another top 3 pick there. Jacksonville then went to the Rams, Falcons, Dan Quinn. So he's been with Dan Quinn the last 4 years. This will be his 5th season with Dan Quinn. 29 years old. He'll be 30 by the season starts. It's a good competition to bring in here. I'm not saying he's going to start. We don't know if he's going to. Some of these guys might not be on the roster come September. But good depth piece to bring in here. That also makes me concerned for Hill and James Smith-Williams. If you're a fan or you're in their camp, it makes me a little concerned for them. And that concerned in a way of, I'm like, it's not like, hey, I want them to come back. I want them to come back. It's just like, hey, I don't think they're gonna come back, so they're gonna have to be looking somewhere else. Frankie Lavu, dude, I like this linebacker, aggressive, was a good linebacker with the Jets, with the Panthers. He's a linebacker that was with the Panthers that did not play under Ron Rivera. So that's a plus right there. You needed to get a linebacker, and they took it seriously. Y'all remember when Adam Peters, they asked him the question about the roster, and he had a pause in that roster and talking about the roster. They said the pause was key. He said, I think we have a few pieces. I'm paraphrasing what he said. We have a few pieces here. He wasn't lying. He only thought we had a few pieces. He thought we had crumbs. So I like this move, the linebacker move there. Let's see here. Hit that button. That's right. Appreciate you. I wouldn't mind drafting Jaden Daniels at number 2 and the quarterback Joe Milton in the 6th round. Heath Schuler, Gus Frerotte. That's all I'm going to say. Marcus, you don't want that conversation. We don't want that conversation. Get a guy that you believe in, and let the dices roll from there. I don't want to get into this. Well, you know what? Jaden Daniels is struggling. You know what? Drake May is struggling. Let's go to Joe Milton. I believe in competition. In that case, bring in a veteran or one of these young veterans, which like a Gardner Minshew, but he's already with the Raiders. Let's see. We got rookie quarterback will be facing the defensive. Yep. And the front office alone brings him here. We haven't had this in forever. We wouldn't have gotten half or none of these guys if the fronts weren't here. Yeah, you're right. A Capri Bibbs type, a few cornerstone peak. Thank you. And then I think Jaden's game would change directly if he put on weight. He would need to survive the league. Hard pass on Jaden. Yeah, it's not denying his talent. Armand, like that's where my concerns are with. And we're gonna get comments. I'm gonna get comment about that. Well, you know what, Jaden Daniels, he played in the SEC. He's the best quarterback. Blah blah blah. I think he's talented. He's fun to watch. I'm going to root for him on Sunday if he is the 2nd overall pick for the Burgundy and Gold. That doesn't mean you don't have hesitations. Everything you do in life, you're going to have hesitations for. Even if you go forward and you're like, you know what? What's the risk of these? A wise man is always going, or a wise woman is always going to weigh the risk and the reward. A smart one would. High risk, high reward. And it's kind of what Adam Peters doing. I like the Tyler Valdez, the center. We finally got a center. We took a strength from our rival in Dallas. Bring him up here. I like the center spot. That's all I'm going to say about the Effie Obata's coming back. Liked him. Jeremy Chin, I think, is interesting, which a lot of y'all might not know this. Jeremy Chin was coached by Dub's family's uncle, Mace, at Southern Illinois. So he worked with them out there at Southern Illinois. He was injured. Remember, Jeremy Chin was in the conversation in 2020 for Defensive Rookie of the Year between him and Chase Young. Now, injuries kind of subsided him. That's why he's got that 1-year prove-it deal. I think we saw Quan Martin come on. Derek Forrest will be back. Percy Butler's getting better. So we got safeties here that are under contract that kind of made Cam Curl expendable. I'm not saying that was the right move. Don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong when I say that. But once they signed him, I knew the writing was on the wall for him. Manuel Forbes, Quan Martin, KJ Henry, Andre Jones will benefit from the new defensive system. Agree that, Marcus. Will you support May if he gets paid? Just ask him. What did I just say? What did I say about Jaden Daniels? I just said I'd support him. That means whoever's a quarterback for the Burgundy Gold. If it's Drake May, I'm supporting him. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. We have Bo Nix, J.J. McCarthy. Whoever it is, I'm supporting him. That's going to be my quarterback. Let's see. Rock Band says, Corey, I believe we will draft 2 quarterbacks in the Y'all like drama, don't you? Shout out Rockman. For one reason, Adam Peters is none for choosing at least 2 quarterbacks in there. Yeah. And let's see here. All 3 quarterbacks have their ups and downs. Trust the process. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Dorrance Armstrong, 3-year, $45 million contract. We get somebody who's waiting to take the next big step, right? I liken this to when we brought in oh gosh, who am I trying to compare him to? But a guy who just takes another level, takes the next step. I think this is what he's going to be. I'm supporting anybody in the draft. You got to. Let's see here. So Colin Farrell, who was at Clemson, he was another top 5 pick. There's nothing. We got a lot of guys who have fallen from grace. They were top 5 picks. He comes in, 1-year deal, played with the Raiders and stuff. Like this move. We got Jeremy Reeves back. Here's another one. Brandon McManus. Brandon McManus, Super Bowl kicker, was with Jacksonville. He had high numbers because he won a Super Bowl with the Broncos, and y'all know how the altitude works out there. It's higher than Snoop Dogg. So that kind of helps with the accuracy right there. I think they need to bring in a second kicker to compete with him, maybe a younger guy, maybe get somebody undrafted free agent to bring in here and compete to push him. McManus ranked 30th in the NFL in field goal percentage last season. So I guess in Slide made 84.8%. So you kind of downgraded right there, right? There you go. So there's your catch right there with Brandon McManus. I'm not going to spend too long talking about kickers, but you got to bring in competition with them. Let's see here. And Anthony Pittman, special teams depth guy. We got another guy, Nick Agaretti. Did I say that right? Guard for Kansas City. Lord, I hope we don't have the same thing that we had last year with them. Oh gosh, James Crowder come back. Tyler Ott, the long snapper. Why? Because we need a long snapper. Let's see. I'll support May or Daniels. I heard that. Let's see. We should work hard to get Caleb. If he turns out to be a bust, at least he was the worst case scenario. Yeah, I don't know. Cause what do you got to give up to move up for a bust? If we playing this, Mr. Cool, so we say RG3 was a bust because of the injury, right? They're not denying the talent, but the fact that we could not do anything in the first round in 2014 and 2013, and those were 2 bad teams for the Burgundy Gold. We couldn't do anything because we traded up and we mortgaged our future for. I know we've moved up. We did move up from 10 to like 2 or something, or 8 to like 2. I don't remember, but moving up to that one spot, how much is that going to cost nowadays? Because going rate in 2012, going up multiple spots, it's going to be different now. It's probably going to be the same. It'll be the same as you were moving up to get up to that 2 spot. So I don't. Let's see. Oh man. Let's see here. Where are we at? Yeah, I'm overwhelmed right now. This is cool. Daniels is my guy. I hear you. I hear you, Big Simple. Big on the May train, but I wouldn't mind Daniels. And like, there's a knock on Drake May that like he's North Carolina quarterback, and people are like, you don't draft North Carolina quarterback. I'm like, CJ Stroud said, I'm not picking up that phone. I'm not going to do it, and he didn't. And look what he did. Let's see, no more experiments. Get the Heisman winning quarterback. So Daniels or or Caleb. May's not an experiment. They're all experiments, man. We finally got a long snapper without trading them in the draft, right? What did that happen? We need to get the best quarterback, not just a good quarterback. S plus. Let's see here. What's up, Alex? Y'all make sure you check out Big Blue in the Bronx. Pray for him. They lost Saquon to the Eagles. How y'all lose Saquon to the Eagles? I know he ain't want to come back, but still, they'll lock him up. Roger says Drake isn't ready, y'all. He may be a good quarterback, but right now he isn't ready. This is how quarterbacks are ruined. Jaden is ready though. I half agree with you. I don't think Jaden is either though. Roger. I think a lot of these guys, both of those guys are projects. Let's see here. When we got a long snapper and free agency, yeah. I hear that. Give a couple of draft picks. Think Adams likes May. Everybody's worried about getting hurt. Any player can get hurt at any time. Let's see here. Heisman don't mean nothing. Yep. Big Simple, right? He ain't lying. And let's see here. Troy Evans says, let's get Jaden Day. I hear you, Troy. Like I know say you right. All of them are experiment. Yeah, that's what the draft is. It's the biggest experiment in football. But like, see, Michael, thank you for agreeing with me. But that's what people take it when you say they're an experiment. They take it as a negative connotation. That's not a negative connotation. Just like taking it's rest in peace, Akira Toriyama, right? Dragon Ball Z creator. It's like during the Cell Saga, right? And Goku said, I quit. And I'm going to send Gohan out there. And what did Cell do? Cell had to experiment to get him to unleash that rage like, how can I do this? I insult, you know what? I send my children out there to whoop up on your dad and his boys and everything. You just sit there. You ain't doing anything. I beat you up. I squish you. You sit there and you just like, oh, hey, I'm just sitting here. You won't like me when I'm mad. Android 16 comes there. He already blew him up. Gohan did nothing. Then he says, you know what? The birds, you're peaceful. Let it go. Stop being stubborn and stuck up. Smash his head. That caused him to snap. A guy he only knew for 3 episodes? And then he's like, oh, just love. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. We know there's untapped potential in these guys, and they can rise to the occasion. I need Adam Peters to be Goku. And maybe he sends him out there too early. Lets him get a little roughed up. Maybe Dan Quinn does that. And Frankenberry does that. But I know it's Kingsbury. But it's all love. Maybe he lets him out there. And then they unleash their fear. And just that one thing that snaps. And it finally clicks. That's what I need. I need that moment. There you go. Do y'all think Washington wants Daniel or May? I'm thinking that May. I think I don't know. I would say right now they San Francisco like Trey Lance high. Who reminds you of Trey Lance? Jaden Daniels. That'd be good. That's good. I think he fits us in. He kind of reminds you of what Kyler Murray can do and how successful he was in Arizona, how successful he's been in Arizona under Kingsbury's system. So I would think maybe you're leaning Jaden Daniels. Protect the dude. That's all I'm asking. I don't care who the quarterback is. Just protect him. Get him a left tackle. You got him a center. Get him a left guard. Get him a right tackle. He's already got the center in the right guard spot. So that's what I want. That's what I want from my guys. I know May is not perfect. Yeah, none of them are perfect. All these guys that are coming out of the draft got weaknesses that they need to work on, but that's just true. Yeah. Fair. That's fair. If y'all can't see the improvement year after year from this guy, I don't know what to tell you. Gets through his progressions, reads quickly. He uses his eyes to look off safeties from the pocket. Roger, I'm not saying he don't do that, but what I've seen from him too in some games, what was might have been the Florida game. Might have been the Florida game. Where he literally he had the guy open, looking down there. He ran first. I'm not saying he can't be the guy, though. I'm not saying that. But you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt. Is what it is. I do think he needs to add on weight, though. I would rather take Harrison, trade up for Bo Nix. Ugh. I joke about that, but I don't know about I don't know where all this JJ McCarthy love's coming from. Like nothing I saw in Michigan. I like Michigan. I'm a Michigan fan. That's what I claim. Nothing I saw out of JJ was like, you know what? This guy can be a first-round quarterback right now. Nothing. Who said? Oh, who said he was Mahomes? I don't know who said. Oh, I got you. Let's see here. I gotta send this to. Give me 2 seconds here, y'all. Y'all don't think he's trash. I just don't think he's. I think he needs another year in college. That's why that with JJ. Let's see. Here, we'll make a phone call real quick. Let's see if he'll pick up. I told y'all Paulie be on here. We'll see. We'll see here. Stop that. Stop. We're not bringing back no Montez. And let's see here. If we get Caleb, we'll make a Super Bowl appearance within the next 4 seasons. I think give him too much credit to Caleb. I really do. Trash looks bad. JJ 3rd round. I know people hate on. What's the name? The Daniel Kelly guy. I mean, he said like Caleb got 1st round grade. I got a 4th round grade on. I'm not saying Drake is not Josh Allen. Far from Herbert. Has bust written all over him. Like I said, I think all these cats got a little bit of bust in them. They've got big bust potential and all that. But like it's the one thing like with Caleb Williams, right? Everybody was talking about excuse me. That they credit everything to what his dad said. This is what his dad was thinking. His dad wants this. It's not what Caleb wants. We don't know what Caleb wants. That's the one thing I don't like that narrative on Caleb. That it because of his dad is his. We know a lot of people who listen to the dads on a lot of stuff, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. They don't mean what their dad's vision is what is what they want. That's like with Cam and Greg Curl. I mean, you got to think that Greg is that dude. You know, he's an advisor for he's a fan of his son. Yeah, he might have some influence, but I think the big perspective, the big picture is that he knew that this is his son's role. Like I think some of this stuff, like the ownership, they asking for ownership pieces and all this stuff. That I mean, a little asinine, but it's all rumors. It's all fake. Like they say, it's his lying season. Let's see. I know he's still got a year left. But would you be willing to resign Cosme right now and don't risk him hitting free agency since he's our best offensive line right O-line? I mean, that's not up for me to decide. I think that the powers to be, I think that Adam Peters and Dan Quinn, and you know, maybe they're working with Bobby Johnson, the offensive line coach. They go just wait and see. This is all proven. Maybe if this was the second year of the Dan Quinn regime, yeah, I would say, yeah, okay, go ahead, give him an opportunity. He deserves to be paid. But there's still some things about Sam Cosme. Like he played majority of the season, but he has had that injury history. It's the same thing like when people want Tyron Smith, right? They want him to come here at the left tackle. I said that is the most irresponsible thing that they can do, and probably with that number, because the guy, although he was a second team All Pro, he only played in like 10, 11 games last year. He hadn't played a full season since we were doing 16 games. I'm good. I'll pass on him. Let's see here. Sound all up. Oh, ready. Oh, that's right. It's off season. You come out of your hole. How about that? What's love got to do? You Shaka Khan fan, Ready Red? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? I know y'all got that on repeat all off season long. What's love got to do with it? Wildly inconsistent. I think Dre Make is the Will Levis of this draft, and JD5 is the better option. Trust we gonna give up number 5. Realistically, any quarterback can be a bust. It's been proven by now. You can have all the talent in the world, and situations turn you into a bust. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. I don't think May is Levis. If you have the right structure, any of these quarterbacks can be successful. That's true. Gallup and Van Der Esch to Washington. I don't know. We need linebacker help. Why don't we get a broke down linebacker that played 5 games last year? Y'all. This is real sad. Trash Cowboys are trash. That's true. They are. Let's see. I hope they don't do anything stupid like trading up for Caleb. Dumbass move. Hey man. Hey, but Roger, what's up with your Chargers though, man? They giving up everybody like it's free. What they gave up? I think they keeping Khalil Mack, but they didn't give up Mike Williams, and now they traded Keenan Allen to the Bears. Who Justin Herbert gonna throw to this year? I got to know this. See, you don't think I'll be paying attention? I'll be paying attention to you. Here go, y'all. Let's get some of these comments out of the way, and let's clear this out. Marcus would say, poker season right now. Adam Peters got a lot of chips. You ain't lying. Why did they let Gallup go? I think money. He's mid. Gallup wasn't the same after ACL. That's right. This GM is the truth of all I'm saying. Leighton should retire. We need Dave Bakhtiari. I wouldn't mind that. Can we get him? Did you hear the Greg Newsome trade? I haven't heard anything about that. Do button. Tell him to trade us Justin Herbert. Jim is working his magic. Yeah. Let's see here. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I bring on family to the show. Y'all can hear him on the Team 980. Like, he does have a job. I swear he does. His job is not just calling in to harass Chris Russell and entertain Kevin Sheehan, but you don't hear him on Hoffman. Those intelligent people, they don't like the knowledge that this brother drops down on. I bring to y'all from the 757. Paulie, what's up, brother?
Hell to the W, man.
Hell to the W. How you feeling, man?
No, you can hear me on Thursdays at 7:30.
That's true. Yes.
On the Waterboy Network.
Yes. He like I said, he do. See, he's working right now. He got this is billable hours for him. So
so this hours is going to the couch for next season.
Yes, indeed. So let's talk back. I'll go back to the top here with you. And we got 592 people in this stream watching this. So go over to the Waterboys Network and subscribe to G and Paulie here. Got to share that out. Sam Howell got traded today. I told you so, because you and I talked about this. We kind of spoke this into existence about a month ago. And then also give you kudos because Paulie said Saquon Barkley was going to go to the Eagles like 2 months ago. He said, he called me like one of he said, hey, why does it feel like a Eagles move to get Saquon Barkley? And then they got Kenny Pickett. So they got baby hands and they got Saquon there. But Sam Howell got traded to the Seahawks. Tell me what you think about that.
They got baby hands and feed the children.
We still got Emmanuel Forbes though. Said feed the children.
That's his cousin. Feed the family.
Yes, indeed.
Nah, man. Hey, to me, it was a good trade. You know what I mean? And listen, you're right. You was the first one to say that when it first happened, months ago, whatever. When we first got our slider for the number 2 pick, you was the first to say that. Yep. You know what I mean? And you convinced me at the time. I'm like, yeah, you're right. There's no point. And this is what I said about it. I was like, ain't no point in trying to develop 2 quarterbacks.
Right.
And that's exactly what you're going to be doing with Sam Howell is still developing him. Because what he experienced last season, I doubt that he'll ever experience again in the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he threw it, how many times he threw the ball last year? Like 700 times?
Yeah, it was close. It was stupid.
It was a lot. It was way too much for a second-year starter. Well, yeah, a second-year player, first-year starter.
First-year starter, right? Yeah, he was pretty much a rookie.
Yeah, so to swap picks and get the 3rd round pick and the 5th round pick out of a 5th round signee from a draftee from the previous regime, I think that's a good deal.
Yeah. I thought it was a hell of a deal. From 612 passes to his register last year. He was 21 touchdowns and 21 interceptions.
That's 612 passes. That's way too many passes.
That's too many passes. And we were like, he got sacked 65 times. Yeah, his sacks percentage was, they said, like 9.6%. And I'm going
to say another thing. People keep saying, he started 17 games. Yeah, well, he really should have only started 10. 9. Yeah. Because after 19 games, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
Not very good.
He held his neck above the water. He didn't drown. But, boy, he was getting close a couple of times, man.
Yeah. See, and then you got to think the last couple of times where he fully started games almost to start to finish. So I'll give you some numbers here. 10 points against Dallas, 10 points against San Francisco. Jacoby Brissett came in. They had 28. They lost 30-28 against the Jets. And the Rams, they lost 28-20. But then it's 15 points against Miami, 10 against Dallas, 19 against the Giants, where the defense had 9 sacks on the quarterback. So the last time a Sam Howell-led offense scored 20 points or more was in week 10.
But let me say this. Let me say this in defense of Sam Howell, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
What did you expect, really? What was a realistic expectation for Sam Howell? Especially when he's throwing the ball 30 times a game, 30 plus times a game. You know, now, if you're telling me he's pulling the J.J. McCarthy and it was games where he was only throwing the ball 8 times or 12 times and the results were the same, then, you know, it's understandable. But he was a first-year starter, man. 5th round draft pick, first-year starter. He was gonna have his struggles. He was gonna go through a learning curve and all that. But they never did anything to help him, really. No. They just told him, they just threw him out in the water and tell him to swim. Threw him out in the deep end. Go ahead and go for it.
And and then you kind of mentioned that too. It's like they didn't correct any of his bad habits. It was just like, well, Sam will play through it. Sam will play through it. And it got worse. It's just like we didn't think. Go ahead.
This is my problem with all that. I'm gonna say it for the 3rd time. 2nd-year quarterback, 1st-year starter, 5th round draft pick. When you start a player, you start a quarterback with those credentials, you don't expect that quarterback to put the team on his shoulders and win games for you. You expect that quarterback not to lose games for you, and you put the pressure on everybody else.
You're hoping.
Put the pressure on your running backs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's where you really should put the pressure on. Especially when you talk about you got a less than average offensive line.
Right. Yeah, but so, it just go back to and you know, like I just said too, they were hoping. This wasn't all. This was no like, well, you know, we got the stats to back it up. They hoped. They did what fans do. They hoped that this was going to pan out in the right direction, that Sam was going to be. And now that we see 2 years later, that quarterback class is a bust. The best quarterback out of that whole draft class was the last player drafted in the draft right now. And Brock Purdy, and we can say he's got the toys, he's got the tools, whatever. It is what it is. The dude played in a Super Bowl. None of these other guys have been to a playoff game.
And an AFC championship game.
Yeah, an AFC championship game.
NFC, yeah.
And could have won the game, too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think, you know, and that's kind of, you know, we knock on them because they have all these weapons in San Francisco, and Kyle Shanahan chokes on more things than what would be cleared off of your browser. But the dude went out there, he stood tall. He got him in a spot to win a game, to possibly win the game. He just couldn't get over the hump.
Listen, for an example, the guy that everybody losing their shit over, Marcus Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
When he was in Atlanta, what did they do? They played to his strengths.
Yeah.
And that was the read option. And they played to his strengths, which almost got them to the playoffs. They was in the hunt for the playoffs all year long.
Right.
Until the end when they decided to go to Desmond Ridder. You know what I mean? They played to his strengths. Not once, and that was by running the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Not once did they play the Howell strength. Which we don't really know what his strength was, but it damn sure wasn't throwing the ball 35 times a game. You know, so, you know, look, when you got, like I said, you got a quarterback like that, you have to play chess, not checkers, as a head coach and as an offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? You have to actually go out there and scheme to beat the other team, knowing your limitation at quarterback. And they never did that.
Hold on real quick, Paulie. Y'all, this is Paulie's channel, him and G from the shop. I pinned it to the top of the chat. So y'all go and subscribe to those brothers.
Appreciate that, brother.
Uncensored, but very cultured conversations by by G and Paulie. Make sure your kids aren't around. And
all right. All your adolescents, plug your ears up. What you trying to say is a lot of alcohol and marijuana talk.
Yes, it is. Induced. Let's get to some of these comments right here. Talk about Greg Newsom. He's on 24. Would love him, but I want to sign the big fish from Kansas City, Sneed, and we can get him. Maybe that's what they loading up these picks for. Paulie, you liked Sneed too.
I love Sneed. I want Sneed. Sneed. Hey, listen though, that's funny that they brought it up because you haven't heard no Sneed talk. And to me, it's like the same thing with Justin Fields. Players like this, with contract situations, with franchise tags, you're not going to see any real talk or movement for them until the draft.
Right.
That's when you're going to start hearing Sneed and Field. And the closer we get to the draft or draft day or whatever, that's when you're going to start seeing these type players move.
Yeah. Ready Red. Shouldn't y'all be donating to the Dak Prescott Defense Fund? Allegedly. Let me stop. Okay, we'll move on. Teddy, what's up?
Teddy is what they call him.
That's right. What remaining areas should Bruce Wayne, aka Adam Peters, address before the draft? I think they need to address the cornerback spot. I think they need to help get the offensive line. Maybe see my guy. I went to Arizona. I wanted Jonah Williams from
Cincinnati.
From Cincinnati because he played right tackle. Remember, Doc gave me some hell for that too. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I just let me work with me here, Doc." He played right tackle really well. He started out at left tackle in Cincinnati, played that really well. He gives you that position maneuverability. We're not going to use the F word here, but I liked him. I thought he would have been good to watch, but then again, he could have broke the bank, and that's probably not the number that Adam Peters and company wanted. So it is what it is. We move on from it. But I think the line, I think the cornerbacks, because dear God, you can't tell me you're gonna go up into this draft and you're gonna have Benjamin St. Juice and Emmanuel Forbes as your top two corners. That just ain't gonna happen, boys and girls. So I think they need to address that as well. What about you, Paulie?
Hey, you took the words right out of my mouth, man. You know what I mean? That cornerback and tackle, that's an obvious thing right there. Let me ask you this. I think they need a veteran quarterback, but I also think they need a young cornerback in the draft also. But let me ask you this. Veteran cornerback. You want to go back to the Dallas store?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It worked. I don't. They football.
No, I'm not. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it because I seen he's still out there. Stephon Gilmore.
Didn't he get hurt though?
But I'm not asking him to play 60 defensive snaps.
Right.
I'm asking him to play 20 snaps. I just need a veteran guy out there to go with my young guys out there. You know, and he still can run.
No, he didn't. Okay.
See, that was the only thing wrong with Kendall Fuller, man. He couldn't run anymore. You get him up the sideline, he's open immediately.
Right.
He's a zone quarterback at this point in his career. He's really a safety who's too small to play safety because he's not really a hitter. I want to say he's not a tackler, but it's different. It's different moving forward than backpedaling.
Steve Gunner, what's up, Skins? How y'all doing? The Code Talker says San Francisco 49ers knew how to he's like Purdy. That's a good strategy. Let's see here. Skins fan all day, been a minute. OG Roger. Good to hear Paulie. Yes, sir. Subscribe. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him. Shout out to Skins. And let's see here. I'm not happy with Marcus, but I think we could have done. But yeah, but he ain't the starter. Kind of like with Paulie.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't starting, man.
Right.
Stop losing y'all shit over Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota could come in and win a game for you. Marcus Mariota, listen, out of 17 games, you're right. He ain't winning 10 plus.
Right.
But he can win 3 or 4 of them. You know, I can't say that about Sam Howell. I can't see Sam Howell coming in the game when the quarterback gets hurt and winning the game for us or not losing the game for us. You know, I can see that with Mariota. I know as an offensive coordinator, as a smart offensive coordinator, I know what Mariota's strengths is.
Right.
At worst, I can run the read option with him, and we'll be in the game. We might have to go a little bit more conservative, but at least I know it'll be effective.
Right.
I can't say that about Sam Howell.
No.
He's still developing.
Yeah, you are. Shout out to, we got 581 views on the X. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
All right, look, I got some top free agents remaining here.
Good coach. Go ahead, talk to me.
Just say yes or no. Justice Simmons. Safety. Broncos.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah.
Tyron Smith.
No.
Mike Williams.
Maybe.
He's a maybe. He's a maybe for me, like around June. Somewhere in the middle of June. He's still out there. You know what I mean? He come in for a physical or whatever, a little workout. Let's sign him, give him a chance. Chase Young.
No.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yes.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah, why not? If
Man, there's a lot of safeties out here. Quandre Diggs and Julian Blackman.
Quandre Diggs stayed hurt though, didn't he?
Is he part of the Diggs clan?
No. That's no, not them Diggs. That's a whole different. That's a whole different type of Diggs. I don't know why that's funny. So no, they're funny.
Trayvon in the news for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. The funny thing is, their aunt goes to church with my mom, Sister Diggs, and I think she wore a half Cowboys Bills jersey one day, or she wore or the Dallas one. I don't remember which one she wore, but their aunt goes to church with my mom, so I thought that was interesting. No,
I got one for you right here in the position that we just talked about. Offensive tackle Trent Brown.
I wouldn't mind kicking the tires on him to see what the price is. Because like I said, you need that upgrade there. And then also maybe they use that draft capital kind of trade back in the first round and get one of those left tackles.
Calais Campbell.
God, he's old though. He's good, but he's
37. He's 37.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6.5 sacks though.
Yeah, he's like our boy, Bobby Wagner, who you didn't want.
No, I didn't say I didn't want Wagner. I didn't say that. I got caught up in the Russell mix. I didn't say I didn't want what happened. See, what happened was he brought up Tyron Smith. And it's a heavy hell no. And then behind that, he said Bobby Wagner.
Y'all smell
something
that?
Like, why are we bringing the Overhill gang to DC?
Y'all smell that?
But after I thought about it,
when somebody's full of it, they say, see what happened was.
See what happened was. See what happened was.
Yeah.
I know what. Looking at this list though, there's a lot of guys that's still out there.
What's up, brother?
There's a lot of guys that's still out there.
Yeah.
At positions that's deep in the draft.
Oh yeah.
Like your veteran wide receivers, also these offensive tackles, safety. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What's up, Tommy?
I think we pretty much done.
Yeah, I think the cooking session is done. But like I said to you, and I said to other people, I didn't say this to you yet, but I said this early on here. Yes, Adam Pickett is cooking, right? But you can get burnt in the kitchen. The work ain't done. This is just the beginning process. Nothing says that all these cats that they just signed today are going to be here in September when we kick off in week 1. No, you might fall in love with these guys. And that's another reason why you can't really fall in love with all these cats, because they going to fall off the table. They're going to go like out the wind sometimes. And we'll see. But I think they're bringing in guys to push players. to breed competition, because everything is a competition now, and it hasn't been treated like this. Paul and I talked about it before. What has sucked about this team for 20 some years, outside of ownership and everything else, the fact is they did not develop talent when it was here. It was always somebody would go down, and I hearken to when Randy Thomas went down, right? When John Jansen would go down, we'd have to go and get like a Jason Fabini, or we traded for Pete Kendall and all these guys who
never had any depth.
Yeah, we didn't have the depth, and it was just like we were holding on to hope.
Yeah,
And
I hope that nobody was going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And like I was saying yesterday, look, either way you want to look at it, look, it's good they got these guys, because now when you draft guys at the same position, they actually gonna have to work for that spot. You're not just giving them a spot, because there's a guy ahead of them that got hours under his belt, and he know what he's doing. So you're gonna have to prove to us that we could trust you out there. We brought you in here to do the extraordinary stuff, but we want to see you do the fundamental stuff first.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I heard Steve Kerr say this in the huddle one day. He was talking to his team. They was playing in New York and playing the Knicks. And he said, solid brings the show.
Yep.
It was going to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You broke away for a second. Repeat what you said. Solid brings the show.
Solid brings the show. Basically saying, if you play solid, fundamental basketball, the show is going to come. All the exciting stuff is going to happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to put on a show out there. So if you play solid, fundamental football, if you got any type of talent, that extra stuff is going to come.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we seen that. We seen it with Chase Young.
Yeah.
Chase Young, first year, he was solid. And then it brought the show. After that, everything he did wasn't solid. What's the number one thing they complain about with Chase Young? Not following the scheme.
Yeah. Not following
the scheme. So he wasn't being solid. That's all they want. They want you to be solid. And like I said, 16 free agents, 9 draft picks, that's 25 new players.
Right.
So you're changing the culture too.
Yeah, you change the culture.
You change the culture by changing the people. Hey, you talk about Doc Walker. How many times, how long have we heard Doc, how many seasons we heard Doc Walker at the end of the season say, I'll get rid of all of them. Well, I'm going to bring somebody back on a losing team, on a last place team. I don't care who it is. They all go if it was up to me. And we're finally seeing that. Because they only can sign three of their own players. So, I'm good with it, man. I hate to see some of them guys go because they was personal favorites. And I felt like, man, if everything was right and run how it's supposed to be, these guys should excel. But you know what? That's how you change the culture, by changing the people.
Yeah, and change the culture is going to hurt too, right? And changing the culture isn't taking the ping pong table out of the locker room. Changing the culture is changing the people that have kind of latched on, and they expected like that. That they think they're 10s. They may be 10s in that locker room, but they're actually 3s out in the real annals of the NFL. So
that's just like this, man. That's just like this. The complaint in the summertime when Ron threw Eric Bieniemy underneath the bus.
Yeah.
About the players complaining about how hard he's practicing. That's an example of bad culture.
Right.
That's an example of changing the culture. You know what I mean? Thought was a lot of people that I thought was a culprit in that. Me personally, I thought it came across the offensive line. Ain't a lot of them offensive linemen back now, is it?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
What I mean? Because I always said, like, the people who work the hardest in practice are the offensive line.
Right.
Because they always running. They always contacting with somebody, You know what I mean? But that's an example of changing the culture.
Right. Yeah. And let's see here. I think something big is coming, like John Allen. We've been on that. Roger, I'm for it. If he gotta go, he gotta go. Look, what did he say? What did Robin say? Gotta go. You gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Hey,
Gotta go.
That's another player though that might be closer to the draft day trade if it happens. If it happens.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. Let's see. Gotta go.
Small world.
Baby's kids.
That's who we let go this. That's who we didn't resign. Baby kid. I told you, like Doc said, man. Why the hell am I signing? Why would I be signing any of these players? Basically, free agency, people getting raises. Anybody on this team deserve a raise from last year?
No, absolutely
Please
not.
raise your hand if you think so.
Nope.
You know what I mean? I don't. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying, man.
Shout out Robin.
I hate to see him go, but gotta go.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Gotta go.
Let's see here. Yeah, so we'll see that the whole 2020 draft class is gone. Let that sink in, right? Randy Butler, what's up, man? Adams Peters got rid of Ron's play. You ain't kidding. But
hold on. Time out. Say that again.
The whole 2020 draft class is gone. Let that sink in.
Get the f out of here. Hey, it's sinking in. Who posted that up there?
Roger did. Redskins.
Hey, that's some good shit there, Roger. That's a good one there. Man, the whole class?
Yeah.
Damn.
The whole Chase Young, gone. Antonio Gibson, gone. Sadiq Charles, gone. Antonio Gandy Golden. Yeah. Keith Ishmael, gone. Khalid Hudson could come back. We don't know. No, don't know. But right now, gone. Cam Curl, gone. James Smith Williams, gone.
Hey, Cam need to chill too, man. He real bitter on Twitter, on X, whatever you want to call it, man. Look, bro, you basically got $6 million a year, and you wanted 15 to 20 from us.
Yeah.
What are you gloating about? Just be happy if somebody picked you up on the fourth.
But that shows you too, like what the NFL really thought about him.
Yeah.
Like they thought $6 million, like $6.5 million per year. That's what he was getting. That's what he got offered. And we had people talking about giving him 13 on the low end.
It was a guy on the radio, ain't calling no names, Linnell Willingham, said give him 20.
Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods. Here's what's happening in your neck of the woods, right?
Come on, man.
Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Let me stop. We love Lou now. Great. Straight facts, Paulie. They didn't put Howell in the right situation. It was more like they were trying to make a point of helping the kid win. But moving on, just subscribe to the Water Boys. That's Teddy E for you. Yeah, like I said, and I didn't tell you this, Paulie, but I said I thought the way Adam Peters and company handled Sam Howell was professional. They gave him a professional courtesy. They didn't linger him until the draft or until preseason to get his hopes up, going through mini camps and all and these organized team activities. They said, you know what? This don't look like it's going to work. Let's see what we can do. And you know what? We send you out where you can compete. They gave, not only did they get better on the team side, they gave him a professional courtesy.
They send him to a good organization where there's an opportunity for him to actually play. And means look at Drew Lock last year. Yeah. Drew Lock played. You know what I mean? Drew Lock got a shot and an opportunity to play last year in some meaningful moments. You know, and with a new regime, there's no guarantee that Gino got a lock on that starting job.
Right.
Or with his leash years on that starting job. You know? Yeah. So you're right. They put him in a great situation.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They gave him they said, look, we can't help you here, but you can go here and you can make this your own. And you had that opportunity. So I thought that was good kudos. That was good kudos to Adam Peters and everything like that. You know what? If Adam Peters and company were here, maybe Kirk Cousins would have got traded to the San Francisco 49ers. Maybe we would have had a top 2 pick. Maybe we could have had a quarterback then. I don't know. But, you know, there's no crying over spilled milk. On the random, Kirk Cousins, is he the
Maybe we
biggest?
got a first round pick for Trent Williams.
Yeah, there you go.
Cincinnati was trying to give up a first round.
Kirk Cousins, is he the biggest heist man in NFL history?
You gotta salute Kirk Cousins, bro.
I ain't hating this game, but
he got the best agent. He got the best agent in football.
I mean, my goodness.
Look, and he don't care who you is, bro. Look, hey, you know how you go to the store and they be like, and your change be like, 7 cents, and they be like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have any pennies. I gotta go to the back and get the roll. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins, the guy standing there, all right, well, go get that roll because I need my 2 pennies.
That's right.
There. He ain't giving nobody no shorts, no breaks, no nothing. You can't pay, you gotta go.
That's money right. Gotta go.
Money talk or Kirk Cousins walk.
Oh, see, you ain't lying, bro. Oh, listen, hey,
man.
You can't hate this game.
Me and Scott Jackson came up with a nickname for Kirk, man.
What is it?
Comp Pick Kirk.
Comp Pick. Y'all stupid.
He lead the league in composition picks, man.
You ain't kidding.
He lead the league in comp picks. He got 2 underneath his belt.
Shout out to Greg. What's that? He doing good. The missus tried to bring him on here in some Cowboys gear. I said, no, that's unprofessional. You got to go out of here with that mess. Let's see here. Do we trade back in the first round to get a tackle or stay at 2? Stay with our 2-round picks. All the mocks I've done, I've got have good tackles available in the second. I don't know, XB. We'll see. We trade back with Minnesota to the 21st and JJ. You know what? I heard Denver likes him. Denver likes JJ too. I think it might be a smoke screen.
You talking about Falls getting the tackle? We got 2 second-round picks. So 2 second-round picks and 3/3. So this is how I see that. I think that's a draft day decision.
Yeah.
Of who's on the board and who's not on the board. Because looking at all these mock drafts, there's a lot of offensive linemen that's available in the draft. You know what I mean? There's a lot of offensive linemen available in the draft. So depending on how that go, that's how I would decide on if I not trade back. I would think of trading back into the first round, trading up for a tackle.
Yeah, I saw this on.
I like to stay where I'm at and get that tackle with the second round pick. With that second pick, the first pick in the second round, the second pick I'll take a receiver.
Right. I heard that. I saw that on Sheehan's podcast. I haven't listened to it yet, but I did say trade back with Minnesota. You know, Sheehan, he's gonna be upset. He already got crucified by Sabah today. So, but I know he was crying when he saw Walt Whitman on Sports Center on the top 2. Let's see, the only person that has hoisted more than Kirk is Sam Bradford. I don't even think that's true, Arma. I think Kirk has blown that.
Kirk got everybody beat, bro.
Yes.
Everybody beat. A 10-win quarterback got everybody beat.
Yeah, this is the Paulie XB. He says, is that the real Paulie, bro? I used to listen to bro when he chimed in on 980. What up, brother? Good to put a face with the voice. Yeah,
W, man. I know the dark face right now. You know, I'm at work.
He's a contributor on here. He's a contributor. He's like he's my Tom Lavero to my Kevin Sheehan. So
I'm his Doc Walker to Kevin Sheehan. He only called me when everybody else doesn't know.
So I'm always calling you because nobody.
You know what I mean?
No, man.
I'm the pinch talker.
Please.
Yeah, I'm Big Shot Bob, man. I come through in the clutch.
I told him. I said, I caught. He said, yeah, I could come on. I could come on for you tomorrow. We talked about this yesterday, and I said, Paulie, I'm like, we're gonna do it. He said, you got a special. I said, be ready at 6. You sure you got? I said, be ready at 6. I said, we do this at 6. Move it to 6:30 though, because he knows how I do. So And then I'm like, I didn't hear nothing from him. So I'm like, let me send him this thing. But he got the email. See, that's good. That's being coachable, Paulie. That's being coachable.
See what happened was.
See, man, you didn't kill all your
credibility.
What
happened was I called you today, you didn't answer because our timing is not on schedule right now.
You didn't call me today.
We on youngest timing. I did call you today.
Bro, you ain't called me today. I called you. Oh. You ain't called me today. You called me yesterday.
Well, see what happened was.
Look at what else.
See what happened was. That's the problem right there. I thought I called you today. See, that's the problem right there. So then I noticed it was 6 o'clock. I said, "Oh man, let me put the show on," and it just kept saying upcoming. So I was like, "Okay, well he must not be ready to go on yet." So I came to work, and I'm looking at it again, and it still said upcoming. And then I get a phone call. Oh, hold on, this is him. So I did the smart thing and refreshed my phone, and lo and behold, he was already on. I was like, well, holy shit. I know he sent the link. He ain't calling me if he ain't sent the link.
It's all, yeah. It's like, it's all on me. So let's see. Paulie always on the radio. Sometimes I wonder if he has a job. I put the disclaimer up, Greg. You weren't here. You got to go back before Paulie got on here. I said, he does have a job. He's like the Headless from Heyman. He got like 30 jobs. What was that on? In Living Color. Yeah. So he like to hit Heyman.
It's the power of technology.
Yeah.
Man.
Technology. Let's see here. Rashad Collins said team has to be built from the draft. Start with Jaden. Have you seen Legette from the Gamecocks? Is that the wide receiver?
Pause.
Legette the wide receiver. He's that brother from Xavier Legette. Is that his name?
Hey, who's the receiver from Colorado State? Is he in the draft this year?
I don't know.
I think he transferred from like Florida or something like that. I know that, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. I only know him because when they played Colorado that night, he was killing them. He's a big guy too, pause.
Oh yeah, Xavier Legette. Yeah, this is the boy. This is him. Yeah, Legette. I like Legette. Cause let me see. I gotta hold on. I got y'all this video. Cause if you haven't seen Xavier Legette, this boy, I mean, to say he's country as cornbread would be a understatement. Let me see here. Okay, here it is. Right. There we go. I'm gonna share this right here. Share screen. Share screen. Where are we at? Xavier Legette. Share. And let's go. This is him. This is Xavier Legette right here. 20 seconds. Please don't sue me.
That'll be great, man. I'll be right down the road. It'll be a little easier for my family to come watch me play. So that'll be great. That's just them telling me that they want me on their team, man. A lot of coaches came and hollered at me before and after this process here, man. A lot of them, man, they say they got a buzz in their facility for me, man, and I'm just ready to see where I'm going to win. That'll be great, man.
Hey, man. Did you hear him, Paulie?
You got a buzz in the facility?
You got a buzz in the facility for him. Hey, like, you want your cornbread? Hey, I mean, your cornbread.
Hey, G from the shop must be in the facility then. They pass around buzzes.
But like, man, you know, like,
who's he talking about? Who's he talking about? The Panthers?
Yeah, I think he might have been talking about the Panthers because this is a Charlotte station.
South Carolina,
yeah. Yeah, bro. Like, that's what I need. Cause he probably that one that like moss everybody. He got the big body and just baptizing people. So I deal with I mess with Xavier Legette. Yeah, I mess with
listen, I mess with anybody that could be productive, goddamn.
There you go.
Excuse my language, excuse me. You know what I mean? I mess with anybody that can be productive. So if he can be productive, I'm all for him, man. I think we need to get another receiver because there's a lot of good receivers in this draft. So one or two of them gonna leak into the second round.
Muhammad Kamara, that's who you're talking about from Colorado State. Beast also. Oh, edge rusher. Okay. Edge rusher will be coming all pro. That's who you were talking about, Roger. Okay. Yeah. Well, we gonna definitely need to get an edge rusher. So, but y'all, we went overtime. We had to pay the bills and come up in here and talk and reset the free agency market. I'll be back on sometime next week, depending on if we got some news and everything. But Paulie, I appreciate you, brother, as always.
Depending on if he can get the proper rest.
Oh no, it's not the proper rest. I just had to have the ability to, get away and not have my son in Cowboys attire. So, yeah. I said, no, we're not doing this. You take him out right now. Take him out right now.
Shout out to little Warpath.
Yeah, that's right, baby Sanchez. So I do. Hold on, I do it every time. So I gotta show y'all a picture before I get up out of here because I'm that dad. Let's see. So this was us. He's become my broadcast partner or my ride along broadcast partner right there.
You got the headphones on?
Nah, he ain't got the headphones on. They're too small for him. But look at he look like a little old man right there in the picture. Yeah. So that was his first state championship. He got to get on the floor. He tried to steal my credentials, as you can see right there.
Hey, you might well give him all your credentials.
Yep.
He's stealing all your dinero.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what?
That ain't never gonna stop.
Well, he got the right hand up. We did get him with a left hand up, but he got the right hand up in that picture right there. So we're gonna add, yeah, we are, brother. We are. So I appreciate y'all. St. Charles 405, Paulie, Water Boys. Check out G from the shop. Smoke some killer responsibly and allegedly. We don't know what they do on there, but y'all check them out. That's awesome. God is good all the time, brother. All the time, he's good, man.
Hail to the W,
yes,
baby.
Indeed. Mr. Cool, appreciate you. Randy grew up, my bad. That's all right. Grew up in the 7-5. Oh, he grew up in the 7-5. I said, okay, all right.
Oh, where you grew up at, man? Where you from?
Yeah. Oh, no. Legette did. They said Legette grew up in
Legette?
For a minute.
Up,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I let my man Legette up. That's why he got that. Look, when he was talking, I said, he sound familiar to me. That's how he's from around the way.
You watch Life too much. That's what he said.
Did he say scrimp?
Scrimp. He said, oh, you're going to miss some scrimp down there. But anyway, y'all, St. Charles 405, we keep that same damn energy. We outlast the bastards together. Until the next time, love, peace, and hell. And how does Paulie do it all the time? Paulie, I'll let you do it.
Hell to the W, baby.
And somebody get my damn theme music. We out of here.